All right, yeah, something's going on here. YouTube changed something because yeah. Can you guys hear me? Is this actually live this time? Well, I'm gonna have to shift this around. I can't even yeah. Right, yeah, no kidding. I think YouTube definitely changed something. Squat shot, what's happening? Um yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason this isn't coming up in my YouTube studio. So I can't yeah, this ought to be tricky trying to read this stuff. Yeah, anything and everything possible is going to go wrong right now, huh? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if there's an update or something I needed. But yeah, usually you go under content and you can bring it up, but yeah, it's not working. Boondock, how's it going? Yeah, it's going. I'm having extreme technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on with the software thing here, but yeah, it's usually way simpler than this. It's just not going right. T Rex, how's it going? Yeah, so yeah, the technologies is not my forte, as I like to say. Yeah, it's well, at least we got it going live. It was just kicking it back every other time. I originally had it set up for 8 o'clock, but none of it was going through. And then I reset it, trying to get it everything figured out. I did check to see if I got an email. Maybe you've been naughty. You can't be playing on the interwebs for a week or two or something. But that wasn't the case. No notifications, no emails, no nothing. I don't. I'm gonna chalk this up to operator error. Some people just shouldn't be messing with the technologies, and I've had a lot of good luck with it lately. So yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, things are going too swimmingly. Something must go wrong. Neil McKenzie, welcome to the chat. So I'm trying to. I don't think this is going to be a very long live, guys, because I'm trying to stand on my tippy toes here and read the chat. Um, Maybe we can here we'll get a little close up of the knives and stuff here. Maybe I can you make this bigger? Not much really. Yeah, getting by Boondock. Um, yeah, I don't know how people do this with just their phone and this micro print stuff. Also got a DJI drone for a special stealth camp I've been planning. Is that the one you've been telling me about, Boondock? Yeah, that one that you were talking to me about a while ago. That one's pretty good. But yeah, Leon, how you doing, my man? How's life treating you? Yeah, I guess this is going to be a different kind of live. I have no clue what's going on. And it still won't bring it up. I tried refreshing it a couple times. Yeah, no. Negative Ghost Rider, the pattern is full. Yeah, YouTube's, I guess they made, like I said, they updated something starting October. I got that notification that they're, um, making it more convenient for people to spend money during your lives. so they had to update stuff. And I'm wondering if that's the only thing I can gather. Like, I must be missing some kind of update or something because oh, Leon, how'd you do that? That sucks. Yeah, stitches or just smash the noggin. Yeah, so like I said, I know YouTube's done some update stuff, so it's made it a little. I don't know what's going on. What normally works, what's been working for the past 10 months, didn't work. Isn't working the same today. But yeah, I guess like they say, if it isn't broken, fix it until it is. Probably needed stitches, but Mom super glued it when I got there. Yeah, the super glue does work from time to time, man. Man, even back in the day, we used to get flappers on the high bar, and yeah, we used to just yeah, you'd super glue it down and then put a coat or two of super glue over it, kind of like shellacking it. Yeah, super glue is pretty good for putting skin back together. Can't lie about that. Um, but yeah, I'm not sure why it's doing that because it doesn't tell me. Doesn't tell me anything. Yeah. So how's everybody's week? Everybody keeping track of all the crazy that's going on? As a mechanic, super glue is my only IFAC at work. Yeah. What's that? I found out some information about pew pews and live streams. You're allowed to show them. You're just not allowed to touch. Oh yeah, yeah, Elsie. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, there's a lot of people that throw them in the background and stuff. Like, yeah, if you watch TKL Knives, I mean, he's got a small arsenal going on there during his lives. Yeah, you're just not allowed to touch them, and that's because I get they're having a problem with people going live self deleting. Oh yeah, I'll see. Yeah, definitely send me some pictures of that. Looks like a sleeping bag that has buttons and zippers down the side. Yeah, I'll definitely check it out, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Boondock got nailed for the little BB air rifle thing, air pistol or whatever. Yeah, that's yeah. You got to really read through this stuff though, with the terms of service and everything. I haven't sat down and read it start to finish, but I've hit quite a few things and talked to as many people as I can, trying to find out the ins and outs and all that. I found out through a guy that does nothing but pew pews on the channel, and I had to ask him. Yeah, yeah, I'll see. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I'd just rather not have them out in general, and then I don't know. It's not something I plan on getting into with my channel. So there's no point in misleading anybody or anything. And it's man, I'd imagine. Yeah, the pew pew world on YouTube is more messed up than than the knife tube world. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good people out there, a lot of great channels, but the yeah, yeah, I won't get going down that road too much, but um, so yeah, it sounds like a bivy or yeah, it does sound like a bivy bag or something like that. Justin Ronan, how's it going, guys? Wow, yeah, this is doing the text or the message or whatever reading the chat on just this little phone is not the way I usually do stuff, man. It's Yeah, yeah, exactly, Nicholas. Yeah, knives are personal. It's whatever floats your boat, as long as you're. I mean, there's so many knives that have like good quality standards. They've got, whatever. And there's a lot of crap out there too, but yeah, knives are a personal thing. They kind of like, yeah, I'll just 100% agree with that. But hey, we live in a modern society where everybody's personal opinion has to be a fact as well. I think that's where people start to clash. Yeah, we need ballistic knives. Whoops, shut that off. Yeah, yeah, so yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, Leon's into custom knives. Um, I've got a couple of custom knives, but it's not really my thing. I just have a few knives, and I'm happy about that. Um, but yeah, LC car cam. There's a ballistic knife. Yeah, didn't Russia make some insane like ballistic knife? Like, isn't that the one they used in like Commando? If I'm not mistaken, the movie Commando there with F Your Freedom Schwarzenegger, who can eat my shorts. Um, yeah, I could only imagine. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Nicholas. I guess just imagine away. Um, I love it how people go straight to that stuff. How about well, my hands got cold feather sticking or something. Everybody's always I guess that's where I'm at odds with the knife thing is the number of people that just they automatically assume that, oh, it's a war knife, it's a weapon, it's more of a tool, much like a carpenter uses a saw and a hammer, same difference. Well, in the outdoors you tend to use a saw and a fixed blade. Yeah, Cass, it sucks, man. I highly recommend against doing that. And that's my professional advice. Yeah, anything painful you kind of want to stay away from. So, yeah, how was everybody's week? How's everything going? Yeah, this live is completely weird. Well, I can't even read that message. Can Chaos? Can you read the message that's held for review? Also, you just found a Nintendo Switch. Aren't the I don't know. I haven't really looked into those. I've been out of gaming for a few years, but aren't they like 500-600 bucks or something? Used a blade in self defense once, 1v3, and it kills you to be avoided if at all possible. No, Chaos. I haven't done anything this week. I was bedridden. I get my scooter up. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, man, I was down for the count this week. I was even debating on if I was just gonna rest up today. Yeah, I accomplished very little. Next to nothing, actually. I'm gonna be honest about that. Oh, of course they ship you the wrong battery from China. Yeah, they didn't include the charger, so I had to rig up a charger. Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, you can find multi-battery chargers. I don't know what size battery it is, but oh, okay, yeah, just delete it or whatever. Then, um, yeah, what can you do? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I got shadow banned somehow or something because they're definitely not putting the live out. That's for sure. Oh, 72 volt. Well, that's Jeff Kendall. Jeff, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. How you doing? Um, wow. And all of a sudden, like, YouTube's holding all kinds of messages for review. Yeah, hey, Chris, you might want to keep it a little more simple, man. Like, yeah, YouTube's holding a whole ton of your comments. El Triano, how you doing, my man? Yeah, good job. Thanks for getting that, Al. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, we're roughing it here tonight. We've got yeah. Um, I've got like micro print for the chat section, so it's yeah, man. It's all I can do to keep up with that. I got him RT artist stealth right. Oh, yeah, he's one of those trolls that goes around trolling that everybody knows. Yeah, if somebody wants, just boot him. I don't care. Yeah, I'm not in the mood for trolls tonight. Yeah, LC, like I said, I thought about taking the night off. Maybe it'll be a little bit shorter than normal, but yeah, I've just I skipped the dentist and the doctor and decided to home remedy and get some rest. So yeah, I kind of took a whooping all week and peaceful. Hey fella, how you doing? What's up, Buttercup? um, if you're talking about sticks and stones. Yeah, yeah, Nicholas, we get it. We get your we get what you're doing, man. We also it's a hobby of ours here to kick out the trolls. So yeah, if yeah, anybody with a wrench that wants to connect boot to ass tonight, I mean like yeah, if they're coming across squirrely or just gonna stir the pot and cause trouble. Yeah, I'm sure. So yeah, yeah, that's been about my week. I tried keeping up with some stuff. I only caught up with like the scary stuff, guys. Watch which rabbits holes you go down. I've been. I know we talked about the Dearborn, Michigan thing a little bit, but man, that goes back 1,400 years. I'm telling you. Yeah, they're not friendly to peoples. They're here tonight. The trolls, that is. Hey, yeah, well, that's why we still got the Troll Hunting Club patches. If anybody hasn't gotten any of those yet, um, looks awesome there. Yeah. Um, yeah, yeah, man. The trolls are heavy. I guess there's a lot of troll. It's coming to be that time of year, No, I don't think trolls really go outside. I'm not sure. Maybe they just, um, it gets dark earlier, so they come out a little earlier. It's kind of weird. But yeah, hey, yeah, everybody doing the troll booting, yeah, knock it out of the park. Yeah, I won't complain about that at all. It is what it is, boys. So how's everybody's week going? Everybody have an awesome week, or like I said, I didn't accomplish much. Scrolling through and came across. Oh, right on. Well, welcome to the chat, man. We get into like bushcraft, and I guess we've been discussing current affairs the past few weeks or whatever. Yeah, trying to build a channel. I used to be, well, I have an outdoorsman my whole life to some degree. whether it was doing like search and rescue stuff with Civil Air Patrol or hiking or camping or rock climbing. I'm an FAA certificated parachute rigger, so I get into gear, quality gear, the buy once, cry once kind of stuff. Um, Wait for you. You're Miss Obama, don't you? Yeah, no, not at all. In fact, I think that scumbag did more damage to the country than anybody else. Yeah, a lot of things are dating back to 2008, and yeah, man, I think he was like just not good for the country. But yeah, I don't miss Obama at all. Not a wee bit. Good riddance to yeah, Obama and Big Mike. I don't really care what they're doing. Could be doing whatever. I don't care. Um, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think trolls stand or bridges. Actually, I think due to current reports, they had to clean out a bunch of bridges around here. There's a ton of homeless people there, and yeah, no reports of trolls under the bridges. There's different types of trolls. We're talking about the kind of troll that lurks in a dark room somewhere, has no friends, has no social life, never got kissed by a girl on purpose, or at least definitely not for free. Question: who is the bigger Manchurian candidate, Obama or Biden? Yeah, I don't know. That's a coin toss. Chaos knows what's going on. Oh, what did I miss? Obama and his husband, Big Mike, were not good for us. Yeah, no, they did all sorts of damage. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say, and I don't know why, but I don't think I've ever seen YouTube hold this many questions. Next question: how much? Yeah, yeah, Biden was Obama. Yeah, him and the auto pen. Personally, I would say Biden for the dumbest aspect. The old abuse by yeah, Boondock, the elder abuse by Jill. Yeah, that's become apparent, huh? Yeah, everybody's making fun of the guy like he can't even finish a sentence, and yeah, I guess they had him hyped up on a concoction or whatever just to stroll out there every once in a while and screw things up a little further. In fact, I guess a lot of the stuff going on with the empowerment of the people we're not allowed to talk about, not the tiny hat people, the other people, the like the Dearborn, Michigan mayor. Although you live here, you're not welcome here. I think that's becoming a. I think we're going to be looking at the Crusades 2.0. I don't know. A lot of people like the United States is not someplace for Sharia law. And where are all the feminists now? That's what I want to know. Where are all the feminists? They're all about women's rights and men shouldn't talk down to women and all that stuff. Where are the feminists fighting the Sharia law movement? Like there's people in here that want to push for Sharia law, but yeah, where are the feminists? Imagine if in America you started following Sharia law, like a woman can't leave the house without being escorted, or she has to have like written permission to do something. Yeah, I'm kind of worried. Yeah, that's something I'm asking about. Yeah, and how are things in Michigan? Like, what part of Michigan do you live in? I'll unmute you. Find the show. Smoke screen. Yeah, Al, I agree with you, man. Yeah, a lot of stuff is a smoke show. They're definitely, um, yeah. Jesus, or Jesus, get a better screen name, man. I'm not falling for that. Honey Bunches, Traverse City. Oh, right on. Yeah, thanks. It's yeah, we got a few things going on here. Call this one the quadfecta. Yeah, everybody, knife, saw, hatchet, but everybody forgets a digging tool, so we threw that in there as well. Standing outside the AI Center talking about free my people. Oh yeah, yeah. I get it. It's supposed to be a joke, but yeah, they're the screen names that if you go to live chat and I were to say your screen name and then it has an adverse effect on the channel, kind of like setting people up for failure. Wow, you're live normal. Yeah, LC. That's what I'm saying. But where are they? In fact, you got more of them rooting on like for this stuff. Like what? Yeah, I'm wondering what happened to that. I'm surprised there's not like millions of pink hats chasing down the Muslims. Like, hey, we're not gonna follow those rules. But yeah, it seems to be a lack of them. Like I don't know, it's different format than your usual. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Leon. Nothing's working right. Everything's weird. As far as the yeah, I don't know what YouTube changed, but they changed some stuff and they definitely slipped one past me. Not like it's hard in the tech department, but yeah, for some reason things are. I don't know if they. Yeah, I don't know if I need to download something. Does anybody? Yeah, I know Boondock. You got a channel. Squatch. You got a channel. Have you guys had to do like a YouTube update lately or something or um? Cause my YouTube's acting funky, and I like I said, I've never had a. And well, I don't. Yeah, YouTube changed something, guys. I guess somebody already Thunder Punch shot. How do you know my nickname, Boondock? Bow chicka bow wow. It's definitely different. Yeah, so still EDC in the Spyderco Sage 5 carbon fiber because it's sharp and it does slicey pokey thingies and it's lightweight and fits in the pocket and it has a custom pocket clip which hey, Chaos hadn't seen assuming a Lava Olympus Regnant Leos. Anybody watch any of the stuff going on in Portland, man? That's been a big thing, for all the peaceful protesting with them assaulting everybody. Did you get your slingshot boondock from Simple Shot? Heck yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm still waiting on getting the Simple Shot Scout LT2 Pro. LT2 Pro. I love the LT2. Gonna get the Pro, and then we're gonna get Burkles to Cerakote it. I've been taking a break from YouTube lately, personal reasons, but stuff does seem different when I check on. Yeah, Sam. Yeah, got my Torque and Hammer Master kit. Bando Picks, what's happening, brother man? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Bando, you going live tomorrow? What time? If anybody hasn't checked out Bando Picks, he does live chats. Usually Thursdays and Saturdays, but I'm not sure if he shifted his schedule a little bit. If you pay attention, gentlemen, you'll notice there are no condoms included in this kit. Now, how do you know I don't have some in this pouch here? There could be for safety reasons, No, I'm just kidding. We know how to pull out in time. I just got the Crusader from Brad. It's beautiful. Oh, nice. Yeah, Brad's doing some great work. If you guys haven't checked out, Brad's doing made in the USA sweet knives. Oh, come on, Justin. It's been 2 weeks, man. Don't make the guy say the honeymoon's over. you know, um, I'm getting a Scout LT2 and Oculus bean flip for my birthday. Nice, nice, man. Yeah, I think you'll like the Scout LT2. I definitely dig it. I don't have it. Yeah, it's kind of put away right now. Yeah, there's a guy I watch on Instagram and went to there and talked to people. You got the OG Scout XT. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, I know what you're talking about. Did you get like the brass thumb studs and stuff on the forks and all? Um, yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Scout LT2. I think that's going to be my primary. Um, I don't know. I'll probably end up like all the other slingshot guys. I'll probably end up with a few, but we'll see. I may have to clear my cache for the app, for the YouTube app, LC, or yeah. There's this. Yeah, I think you're right. We've definitely got some squirrely stuff going on. Oh yeah, yeah. That is the Pathfinder mess cup. And for those wondering, here we'll move this. Man, this is getting difficult. Usually I have this better. The problem is if I put the camera where it normally is, or the phone, I can't read it. I usually have it set up on the laptop, and it does all the logistics and diagnostics, and it's got the squiggly line that goes up and down. Um, but yeah, okay, back to the important thing. Yeah, the this is the titanium Pathfinder mug, which is perfect. It the Vargo Para bottle. I don't know why, but on Vargo's website, they just don't give you good directions to a nesting cup. But I already had this one, and it fits perfectly on the Vargo Para bottle. And then yeah, you can actually fit the cozy over both. So, and one of the properties about titanium that a lot of people complain about is it dissipates heat too fast. But if you put the cozy on it, yeah, you've solved that problem. So you can either keep your water warm or cold. It'll help in. We all know this, right? Um, but yeah, you can actually fit the cozy with the nesting mug as well. Not overly difficult to do. Um, hey, yeah, then it kind of turns it into a double wall with insulation, right? Now we're geeking out hardcore. Multi-purpose kit here. And I suppose in a pickle, if you wanted to, neoprene isn't waterproof. It absorbs water. And you could probably use the neoprene sleeve as like a pre-filter to pre-filter your water. Of course, everything's 10 times harder when you're trying to get around the tripod here. But there you go. So yeah, it does fit, and then depending on what you're carrying it with, you could put this in the bottom of it if you wanted to have done that as well. Kapow. All right, let me try to get caught up on the comments here, guys, because if I lose track of this with this, I'm in New Hampshire in the Northwest. Yeah, so dude, a lot of stuff that I would do kit-wise where you're in the Southwest is completely different than what I'll do in the Northeast. I have spent time down there in Boulder City, Nevada, just outside of Vegas and stuff. So yeah, man. Yeah, which your kit's gonna be a little different than me. Make a second account, one for phone, one for laptop. Other option is a Wi-Fi monitor that will pair with your phone as a second screen. I looked it up and said if you're having issues to clear your cache. Yeah, I think that's, yeah, I'm probably going to have to like reset everything and reconfigure some things, I'm sure. But y'all know, like, tech savvy is not my thing. um, not when it comes to the electronic interface objects. The neoprene when wet makes a good evaporative cooler to keep your drink cold. Yeah, yeah, you're right, Boondock. That's how they used to cool. In fact, I just saw a cool short on that. It's like a burlap sack that you soak for like 24 hours, and then yeah, you hang it in the shade in a windy area. The evaporation will bring it down to like 60, low 60 degrees for the water. Um, I've got a new silky saw I've never opened, but I just threw it in my truck. Um, yeah, what kind of Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Like Silky has a lot of great silky saws. I don't think I've ever had one that I didn't like. Yeah, Indian fridge. There you go. Yeah, we used to have a mesh bag we would throw our drinks into the river or the creek up here in New Hampshire, especially in the spring. To like midsummer, the water's so cold. Yeah, we would just put our stuff in the water, whatever we need to keep cold. You'd wrap it up, try to waterproof it, and yeah, put it in the water. And there's no gators or anything to steal anything, so we're good to go. Always rocking Oregon fail. Potentially inappropriate messages are held for review. Yeah, YouTube's got something going on, man. I'm getting all kinds of craziness. Like, yeah, I'm getting all kinds of weird pop ups and changes, and, um, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I did try doing a little refresh here on the screens and stuff, but yeah, I'm gonna have to do more, huh? It just I put a case of beer in the cardboard and the river once came back to a case of broken beer bottles. Oh, that sucks, Chaos. Yeah, I wonder how that happened. I got a cheap plastic saw I've been using for years. I kept waiting for it to break. Yeah, man, I feel you there. Yeah, I like to use gear until it's usually just beyond like no good anymore. Yeah, especially like shoes, bicycle tires. Um, yeah, I'll take a good set of mountain knobbies and turn it into a pair of road slicks. And people are like, you should get rid of them. I'm like, no, they're still good road slicks. And there's only a little bit of threading showing through. You're coming in fine on my end. Yeah, I think the live's going through fine, but it's just acting squirrely. Ground fog, what's happening, man? How you doing? Welcome to the chat, brother. We're experiencing severe technical difficulty. It's probably not even severe. It's probably like you're well, I don't know. I don't want to say a third grader, because but yeah, probably something many people could sort out rather simply. But it's been yeah, I've pulled out a little bit of hair over this. What are the knives in the leather sheath? The one on the front right here is well, they're both made by Phobos. Phobos stands for Four Operators by Operators. It's owned by Eric Hansen. He's a retired Green Beret of 22 years, 18 Delta, Special Forces medic. And he's the owner, designer, all that stuff of Phobos Knives now. The one on the front is the Tier 1 Mini Mini. This is in CPM 154 cm. Has a 3.5-inch blade, the skeletonized scales, orange G10 liners with OD green micarta scales, PVD finish. He also has a stonewash finish. Yeah, that's the one on the front there, and the one on the back is the Tier 1 BC. It's about 11 1/4 inches overall. It's full tang, Magna Cut, PVD finish. This one has red G10 liners with black micarta scales. Has a bow drill divot, which goes through the scale to the tang. So instead of cooking off the scale, some places will just put the divot in the scale, which will destroy your scales. But this goes through. So as long as your spindle is not super fat and grinding against the scale, you'll be able to use the bow drill divot without the scale going to bunk. And then it has this right here. This is a ferrocium rod notch. So it increases the surface area to your ferro rod. It'll take up to a 1/2 inch ferro rod, and it most definitely turns it into a little flamethrower there. Hey, yeah, guys, Ground Fog has got a great Discord channel, which I haven't been to in a minute. But yeah, he gets into a whole bunch of stuff as well. Water purification, food kits, different gear and whatnot. So if you get a chance, check out Ground Fog over at Discord. I am going to be, I got to figure out how to download that to the new thing. I haven't quite gotten there yet. But yeah, definitely check out Ground Fog. If you want to drop your link, brother, go ahead. And yeah, great little place if you want to have socials about whatever kind of kit you guys are looking into as well. Yeah, what else have we got going? Yeah, it took me 3 years before I gave up on Fisker's Home Depot saw and upgraded to a Baco Laplander. Best upgrade in a while. Oh, yeah, Boondock. I was using the Baco Laplander for years until I tried Silky. And once I tried Silky saws, I was like, yeah. I know that Silkies have gone up quite a bit. I think that's part of the problem right now. They're not like the super bargain they used to be. I think a lot of it was greedflation or whatever's going on. But yeah, the prices have gone up. They're not quite the super deal they used to be. But as far as like quality effective tool, like far more, yeah, the cutting abilities of a Silky like grossly exceed that of a Baco, from my experience. But I haven't I don't know if Baco's changed anything with it. Yeah, it was the Baco Laplander. I probably haven't picked one of those up now in like 12 years, 14 years. Ground Fog, your channel need an invite. Robert, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. I'll pay a bit more for quality these days. I might buy myself a Spyderco soon. Yeah, Robert, buy once, cry once, man. Quality over quantity. And I can vouch, this is, I've been using this one for like a solid 10 months, coming up, getting close to 11 months a year or something. Yeah, I see a Boondock. Yeah, the money made the choice between the Baco. Yeah, and it depends on what you're going to be using it for. I mean, if you're going to be using it a lot, yeah, you can justify spending the extra money. But man, like a lot of all these YouTubers are always like, oh, processing wood, and they're all about, cutting these little sticks down and batoning them, and man, a lot of that stuff you can find a V in a tree and just stick the log through, crunch, 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 and you can break off a lot of your firewood. So yeah, you don't even need a saw most of the time, and all that splitting and everything. I guess it does good for clicks and views, but how many of us are really out there doing it? Here I go getting myself in trouble again. You can't say that about bushcraft. Everything must be batoned. Like you gotta like baton that down into like eighths or sixteenths or something, and then a feather stick. Got to make feather sticks, man, because feather sticks are cool. Not as cool as jet fuel. But yeah, that's what we got going on there. Oops, did something change? No, nothing changed. We're still good. This message is held for review. I got a bow saw for yeah, bow saws are great for car camping and stuff, but they're man, a lot of them aren't even pack friendly. I think, man, like the Agawa saws are pretty good, but yeah, the amount of space between the bow saw and the blade is very limited. And even, it doesn't matter whether it's 15 inches or, the what is it, 25 or 26-inch one. If there's only like 4 or 5 inches of clearance, yeah, you've made some more length on the blade, but you didn't really do any clearance. So you're doing that roll the log and hope it lines up and all that. Um, but yeah, that's what we got going there. It kind of sucks because I did plan on bringing out the. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this back to normal because yeah, I can't put the phone where I normally put it and read the comments. So it's kind of difficult to do the stuff I wanted to do tonight like that. Yeah, my sister has the Agua bow saw. Has anybody tried the Swiss Tech folding bow saw that can be found at Walmart for 30 bucks? Piqued my interest. Super packable. Yeah, Boondock. I haven't seen that one yet. Um, yeah, I haven't been to Walmart in a long time. In a really long time, probably. I've probably been to Walmart like twice in the past like 4 years, maybe something like that. Hey, anybody tried the? Yeah, we all right. We got that one. Anybody got anything exciting planned for this weekend? Or I'm gonna. I have a feeling I'm gonna be trying to figure out this YouTube dilemma for a while. But yeah, other than that, not too much going on. I know that the state of New Hampshire is still trying to clean up a lot of the homeless encampments and stuff, but it seems like that they're just not doing it right. Like they boot everybody out and then clean up the spot and then move on to the next spot. They don't do anything like they're putting band-aids on an amputation. Like they're not doing anything to help anybody. Work all week, shitty. Um, is it green because I had one and it was pretty decent, stayed sharp, and someone stole it? Yeah, I think yeah the Agua ones they come with either a green handle or a yellow handle or something is what I've seen. If they would just use a wood chipper, no more homeless, no more issue. Yeah, yeah. I suppose it depends on what they are, what they're doing. Um, oh yeah, well I think that's where some of their votes come from unofficially. I think there's a lot of that going on. The voter, yeah, they've got that going on everywhere now. Oh, where was it? Maine. Maine, some woman got an Amazon package that had 250 mail-in random ballots. And I guess it's enough to make a difference where they live. But yeah, she called up and yeah, maybe it went to the wrong house or something. But yeah, they've got that problem. Man, there's all kinds of problems going on. Like, man, aside from all the mass shootings and everything, yeah, there's like the voter fraud thing. They just busted another guy in Des Moines, Iowa. Uh, he's been in this country illegally for like the better part of 30 years. Yeah, multiple crimes, firearms, illegal firearm charges, and somehow he became like the superintendent of the biggest school district in Des Moines, Iowa. They're basically paying him $300,000 a year. All of his degrees and everything, like they checked on his alleged doctorate, and found out, yeah, he never finished a doctorate program. He tried saying he went to MIT or something. They've got no record of him being there. Yeah, basically just another illegal immigrant pathological liar that worked their way in a position, of course, by a woke DEI school board that helped vote him in. But now I guess they're trying to avoid the trouble, and they're saying, oh yeah, we're against that now. Yeah, they had a lady doing that in Florida when Joe Biden was running for president. Um, but prep under proper. Yeah, yeah, I think. Yeah, Boondock. I think they're not referring to like the employed nomadic people um, doing something. I think yeah, they're more referring to like yeah, the people that are out there just treating the environment like a trash bin. I'm sure you've seen plenty of it around. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. LC, yeah, exactly. And it's not difficult to do. I think that those are the people that have like the serious psychological issues, or dependencies and stuff like that. Um, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Two totally different type. Like yeah, Boondock. I can totally relate because as far as by definition goes, as far as the government would have cared, I was technically homeless for like a decade. But I worked in skydiving professionally. I made six figures a year, and yeah, I took like 4 to 6 weeks off a year to cycle the eastern seaboard doing the nomadic thing, and um, yeah, leapfrogging from one skydive center to the next drop zone and back and everything. So yeah, I'm not really into case. There's a whole bunch of channels that are out there into those case knives. I really it's not a thing for me. Um, yeah, I don't get into those at all, man. The only knives I really get into are like Phobos knives. I've got a couple of Spartan blades and stuff, but yeah, I've got a Spyderco folder. I'm not really into all those you know. Um, yeah, you'll never catch me with 300 or 400 knives. I just think there's a better way to invest my money. That's how I celebrate diversity. It's diversity in kit. There's no point in having 500 knives because there's hatchets and digging tools. And you do have knives and saws and like titanium canteens and things like that. So that's how we celebrate diversity on this channel. Diversity in kit, not to be a one tool wonder. Oh, rock out with your lockout. How you doing, my man? Welcome to the chat. All right, Boondock. Well, thanks for hanging out, man. We definitely appreciate you being there. Oh, what's that? Yeah. Oh yeah, my Spartan blades. I've got the Frike, which is this one in the Kydex, and then I've got the Enyo right here, piggybacked on the Horkos. And there's the Enyo. Whoops. And then the Horkos. Yeah, these ones are kind of retired. Well, I should adjust that for the shadowing, huh? Yeah, these ones are pretty much kind of retired at this point. Bruno, safe. If you can't do something nice for somebody, do something for nice for yourself. Right on. Yep. That it. Just a dude. What's happening? Frike or however it's spelled, but it's yeah. The Frike. I like it. It's a very slick knife. Um, yeah, pretty compact. Real slick. I wouldn't recommend it for like extended. Like it's not really much of a bushcrafting knife. But as far as like EDC, if you want to, slip a fixie in your pocket or IWB or something like that, concealed carry type stuff. Yeah, this is a pretty good knife for that. Yeah, there you go. Bando gets into the buy and sell a case. Um, yeah, I'm just not that into. I was getting more into nice, but yeah, We won't even go down that road. We're gonna stay happy, happy, joy, joy tonight. Have you tried Essie? Yeah, I have. I like Essie knives. They're a good like mid price one. But I can't remember if it's Tops or Essie. But either way, I think both of them just powder coat, and the powder coat finish just doesn't hold up. I specifically like either PVD or DLC coated blades. Getting into Cerakote as well. I used to spend a lot of time down in Florida outdoors, so yeah, you want some whatever added corrosion resistance I can get on knives would be great. And that's kind of that's what brought me into like Spartan blades and then Phobos knives is the edge retention on the CPM steels, as well as the coating difference for corrosion resistance. Yeah, if you leave your knife out overnight, nowhere near water, it will still rust. Bando, I just got a case up here. That is. What's your favorite pattern? Oh, okay, yeah, he's talking to Bando. Just started a batch of stable markers. I broke one on accident already. Oh, that's a bummer, Bando. Yeah, you got the new design going and all that stuff. Clint Daniels, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, happy Friday, everybody. Tiny Trappers. Yeah, so I haven't. Yeah, like I said, I've been definitely into. I haven't done anything this week. In fact, I know I got a couple phone calls and emails and text messages and things like that I got to keep up with or get caught up on. So, um, yeah, I got the new design going. It'll be epic when they're done. What are you talking about? Just got here. We're just talking about knives in general, knives kit, personal preferences. Trying to keep up with the chat because yeah, we're having a technical difficulties tonight. Most likely operator error. I forgot to download or upload or recharge something, or I don't know what's going on. But yeah, my modern technology and incompetence is showing. Although I have gotten better at it. Like there's some stuff I can do now. I'm about to get a small trapper. My dad gifted me a sod buster. Make sure you always carry a clean, dry pair of socks. Yeah, that goes without saying, man. Yeah, power banks. Power banks. I'm kind of getting into. Well, I'm not kind of, man. I've had ups and downs with power banks and stuff. We can definitely get into that at some point, though. I usually, man, for a while, all you needed was you didn't need power banks, but now everything runs off of power because yeah. Um, I like the Nightcore power banks. Those are pretty good. They've got the 10,000 mAh or 20,000 mAh ones. They're lightweight, compact. If you're looking for like IPX8 rated ones, the Dark Energy Poseidon Pro is a pretty good pick. I think it's like the one of the few genuine IPX8 rated ones that actually has a water resistant, waterproof to like 3 meters or something, whatever the IPX8 is. I had a tiny trapper that I sold for $550, and that's a nice deal there, Bando. You don't get those every day. Clinton, just chilling as usual. Where do you get your knives from? Um, or or you're talking to Bando, right? About those. I had a power bank that was charged up by sun or charged for. Yeah, yeah. I'll see. Those are pretty good, man. Yeah, if you can get some a decent little solar panel on them, that'll charge them. A lot of those you got to be careful, man. A lot of them are gimmicky. I bought some of the lower end ones back in the day, and Yeah, you'd put it out in the sun for 3 days, and you'd get like maybe 20% if you're lucky. Um, oh, yeah, just a dude. I get my knives. I always order like factory direct. So yeah, I know the owner of Phobos Knives, and I'd rather cut out the chance of getting like knockoffs or something like that. So yeah, even if I were gonna buy Spartan blades, I would just buy direct from Spartan Blades, and I know I'm getting the real deal. Buy direct from Phobos Knives, same thing. Even my digging tool is like I buy direct from Predator Tools. They're right out of New Jersey. Mara Garber. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of good knives. I would say that the Mara Garberg's a good knife for the money, but I wouldn't call it a great knife. And there's a lot. I guess it all depends on how you rate your knives and what you're using it for. Um, Bush, I think you need to take some cough and cold medicine and get a good night's sleep. Yeah, I'm like I said, man, I've been rough. I started. I was getting like an abscess last Sunday. For those that weren't here, and I was debating on, oh, do I go to the ER? Do I do a dental thing or something? Go to the dentist and stuff, or save the money and home remedy it, and just kind of like let life run its course. So that's what I did. So yeah, I've spent most of the week like trying not to sleep too much, but trying to sleep enough, which is weird for me. I hate oversleeping. Like there's no point in sleeping 12 hours a day. Like you're losing so many hours. So quit the Red Bull. I started to lose my mind. Oh yeah, Bando, you quit the Red Bull. Congratulations, man. Oh, Burkles, what's happening, man? Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? What beer you drinking, Sir Bushcraft? Booted. I don't drink beer, man. I'm just not a drinker. Used to be back in the day. I mean, I've spent a few evenings downrange and partied at a few bonfires, but yeah, nowadays I'm just not into it. I would just, older, wiser. The stuff's just not good for you. So yeah, I just kind of pick and choose my crutches. Burkles, how's your lineup doing? If anybody hasn't seen Burkles, nice. Burkle's got a whole bunch of knives. Yeah, you can check out his channel. You can also go to his website as well. Yeah, Burkles is making some hand ground knives. Definitely made in the USA 100%. And yeah, he can work with you on the Cerakote. Also, if you got stuff that you want Cerakoted, Burkles will hook you up. Alcohol makes me sleep. Yeah, that's where I got to, man. I turned into like a toucan man. And Mrs. Bushcraft gets a kick out of it. In fact, I know when I really need some sleep because she'll come in with a couple of cans and here you go. Have a good nap. I'll see you when you wake up. Um, yeah, it does knocks me right out these days. But yeah, back in the day, I used to party. Well, I wouldn't say I wasn't like I didn't go to any of those raves or anything like that. But I've done my fair share of partying at like skydive centers, drop zones. We have like big events, big bonfires at the end of the day, and yeah, people just party like skydivers, man. But yeah, I even got out of that. Like, yeah, that stuff. I think watching other people that eventually ended up, with kidney or liver damage, and that was it, and they were 42 years old or something, 44 years old. I was like, wow. So that's where 20 years partying like a rock star gets you. So I started chilling out on like now I hardly ever even drink. In fact, geez, maybe I might have like one or two on New Year's or something. Maybe not even that. Like I could just care less. I grew up around too many alcoholics. Yeah. So and Burkles, how did that have a thing on me? Like yeah, watching people grow up like it's yeah. My father growing up like man, I could probably count like from the time I was like until I turned 18 or whatever. I don't think I saw my father drink more than like maybe 8 or 10 times, and it was always just a beer with his friends or something. Rolling chairs, best American made knives. In my opinion, if you're looking for fixed blades, without the novelty luxury taxes and stuff like that, like I like Phobos knives. For operators by operators, owned by Eric Hansen out of Tennessee. Um, that would be yeah, yeah. Burkles is not biased at all. A quick disclaimer. Yeah, Burkles is doing some great stuff, but man, yeah, Phobos just beat you to the punch, Burkles. That's all. Yeah, yeah. I like. There's a few knife companies that I genuinely like, and I am very biased. I don't care what anybody says. I definitely support made in the USA products and people doing stuff made in the USA. Like Burkles is doing custom Cerakote and stuff. Phobos is good. Um, Whiskey is good, but tequila makes me break out in handcuffs. Yeah, yeah, I know there's some people how that was a thing we used to do back in the army. I don't know why, but we had like tequila Tuesdays. I'm sure it's not just an army thing. But yeah, you could order whatever you wanted as long as it had tequila in it, and of course you can order shots. But yeah, I don't recommend doing that. That's um what's your favorite category of your gear? Something that makes you get gear. Well, oh man, I like parachutes and wingsuits. If I had to choose anything, yeah, that would be that would. Or if you're talking bushcraft gear, man, I like knives and backpacks. Like I'm short on backpacks right now, most definitely. But yeah, I would say yeah, if you're just in general whatever gear, yeah, absolutely anything. Yeah, parachutes and wingsuits. That's my two favorite things. That is without a doubt been the most exciting thing I've ever done in my entire life. So trying to figure out what's going on here with the YouTube still. Yeah, I'm gonna yeah, at some point something's got to go viral, and the first thing I'm doing is I'm hiring a tech guy. Yeah, so when something goes viral and everybody's like, "No, you made money," I'm like, "No, no, it all went to getting a tech guy that knows how to geek this stuff out for me." Because yeah, it's not going swimmingly here. What backpack? The current backpack I'm looking into is going to be the full tank tactical Minuteman 50. That would probably be like a full frame carry anything kind of pack. Um, my current pack is military issue Molly rucksack 2. Miss Bando picks once. Yeah, Osprey's good packs, Bando. That most definitely we bought a couple past few years, but yeah, Osprey makes some good packs. Gravel had some interesting stuff out there for a while too. Um, Mystery Ranch, which is like kind of like post Dana Designs. Yeah. Who else is Everly Stock has some nice stuff. So yeah, I just yeah, everything costs a fortune nowadays. So we're trying to build yeah, Full Tank Tactile has a couple of different options. They've got a 20, a 35, and a 50 liter, and then they're kind of modular. You can add to them based off of there. Could they safely open? I have no idea what you're talking about, Mister. But yeah, can they safely open a packet of Pop Tarts? You can do that on your own, my man. Yeah, Bando's got mostly ever release stock. I'm looking into the free fall 3,000 and 2,000 packs. Go figure, right? What's the price on high quality? High, yeah, I don't know, man. You're talking anywhere from $600 to $1,200, depending on what you're getting. I'm going to check my YouTube on my laptop and see what happens with the live. All right, hey, thanks, LC. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, 250 to 300. I'd say that's like mid range, or yeah, like two to 500, 2 to 600 is like mid range, depending on the size pack and everything. Really, yeah, really, just a dude. Yeah, yeah. Some of if you get into the Arc'teryx Leaf or some of the higher end frame packs. Um, yeah, I know like the full tank tactical Minuteman 50 with the frame and the back pad and shoulder straps and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure it runs about 1,100. You need some preschool scissors. Oh yeah, yeah, Justin, for the Pop Tart packs. The Hunter V2 is good. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's one of Brickle's knives. I have a K-Tac Kirker Kukri. Is that what it is? Would you bushcraft with it? I mean, I don't know. I would definitely bushcraft with my knives. Yeah, the interesting part about knives, we all do our research, we all decide what we like, and then we go from there. Um, so I guess to give you a direct, honest answer is it didn't come across as my radar, and if it did, it didn't make it far enough for me to remember it. So yeah, probably not. I don't know. Um, so I get getting higher quality gear. What's the difference between a bad backpack and a good backpack? It usually falls down to the stitching. You can have like identical materials, but the craftsmanship behind it. But yeah, it definitely has to do with yeah, materials, how well it's made. Um, and yeah, stitching. Yeah, you can take a roll of thousand denier Cadora and have one company make a pack off the same roll and another company make a pack off the same roll and end up with two completely different deals. So yeah, you've also, you've got the basics of fit and function, so assuming that they've got, body ergodynamics down and everything's designed to fit a human body. Um, yeah, so yeah, you've got pattern, but I think that the biggest determining factor is gonna, like I said, if you had two identical packs, the craftsmanship is gonna be the difference. Virginia Bushcrafter, how you doing? I only had the heavy duty knife. Good evening, good evening. How you doing? Yeah, we're doing the best we can with what we have here for tonight. So, but yeah, I might even try to do another live tomorrow just to see how it goes. I'm gonna try to fix the things that are going on. Talk to a few people and make whatever upgrades I need to make or changes. Yeah, I think I gotta reset the catch or something. Somebody was saying, and like I said, I'm not sure if there's like some kind of auto update or something that I missed. Oh, who else was that? Oh yeah, just catching up. Oh, Mark Kelly, thanks for the super chat. We definitely appreciate it. Hey man, it's been a minute. How are you in the miss? We're doing good, Mark. I guess actually I'm doing better now. I was getting a little had a little dental issue going on last week, but yeah, we're definitely recovering from it. Kind of whooped me all week, and then yeah, now that I'm finally feeling better, yeah, just having some technical difficulties with how YouTube's working at this point, but those are yeah. Yeah, the silky saws that man, they've gotten pricier. Like I said, it's like last 3 months or 4 months or something. Everything went up like 25 to 30%, and that's what you're seeing now. Like, yeah, they had what was it? The Zubot Ultimate, because I've been looking at that one for a while. The original price was like, 95 bucks, and you could get it on sale for like 80, 75, 80 bucks. But now that one jumped all the way up to 121. And then they did the same thing with the Outback Nada 240. That thing jumped up, yeah. And the worst price jump they had was the Katana Boy 500. And that thing went from, you used to find it like MSRP on it, like standard retail was like 198. But man, now it's jumped all the way up to like 352. Um, yeah, yeah, and that's really what you're paying for, is the cutting ability of the blades. They're expensive, but they definitely work good. And like all the world class arborists, anybody who's doing any type of arborist work, definitely on a competitive level, all that they're all using the silky saws. I don't sharpen my saws. I just replace the blades. Um, but you would get yeah, I know there's the argument over the Baco Laplander is a lot cheaper. But yeah, in the long run, I think you're gonna spend more money like replacing your Baco Laplanders as they dull out, and other knives like that. Um, yeah, you can replace the saws on the silky saws. Like they're all replaceable. So that's something. But they are kind of they're expensive. Um, yeah, it's a pretty quick switch out. There's a screw right here. You can use a coin or whatever. Take it out, and then you can switch out the blade. The blades are nice and flat. It's one of the things that I do like about the Agua setup. Um, is yeah, blades for like that style Bose are extremely inexpensive, like really cheap. Papa Rhino, what's happening? How you doing, man? Welcome to the chat. It's been a minute. Hopefully life is treating you well down there. Have you enjoyed your paradise, or have you been on the road a bunch? Yeah, I can tell you, Chaos is one that he'd like to get his hands on that property like that. I think most people would. That's just you can't go wrong with that. The Baco Laplander is nice, only a 7-inch blade. The Agua Boreal 24 is my favorite. Right on. Yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. Either the yeah, it's and weird they have like a 15, a 21, or a 24 if I'm not mistaken. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I would do a coin toss on the 21 or the 24. Life is kicking my ass. Been on the road. Yeah. Oh, yeah. My condolences about your mother, Papa Rhino. I didn't know about that. Yeah, that's definitely a rough go. But I don't. Yeah, I don't think anybody. Yeah, losing your mother is always tough. I don't think there's a man in history that, well, reasonable men at least. You get what I'm saying. Um, yeah, I don't think you'll be. I don't think you'll be disappointed by the Big Boy 2000. I've got two of them, man. I love them. Um, yeah, I just found a 12-acre hobby farm with a river and two homes on the property for a little over 250. Yeah, Chaos, snag that up, man. That sounds like a bargain. Justin Ronan, common sense. Um, yeah, check and see if it's been flooded. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I would never buy a property without having a home inspector go through it that I trust. I found property in Northern Carolina where I've been looking. Yeah, hell, I think Chaos would love to. With a military grade bunker under it for 450, and it's on like 40 acres. Yeah, yeah, these properties keep getting better. Um, they're selling land and building property here in all the flood areas. Yeah, who knows, man? Everything's going to chaos here. It's just, yeah, man. If you're paying attention, like, yeah, yeah, the great replacement that they said was a conspiracy theory is really coming out to be more accurate than anything else. And I think the most logical little saying I've heard all in the past few weeks is immigration without assimilation is just It's an invasion. Like, yeah, they're not here to assimilate to our culture or anything like that. There's a lot of them here um, that are here to take over. And man, it doesn't take much to find. Like, they're awfully bold about it. Like, you can find clips all over the internet about people chanting "Death to America" and all this. Like, really, yeah, it's true. America is the only country that people hate but refuse to leave. Um, yeah, we'll all have nothing and like it. Yeah, you'll own nothing and we'll eat the bugs too, right? Like, man, they're I don't know. I think Americans, like, hey, if you push too far, eventually Americans are going to push back. It's almost unavoidable. So yeah, and some of this stuff going on, like and what I'm not sure if it's a sanctuary city or if it's just people committing treason, like harboring, abetting criminals, and like, I don't know. Mr. Kraft, I have asked once, but I must ask again. But what is a Spyderco? This one is no longer in production. This is the Spyderco Sage 5 CF um, in carbon fiber. Yeah, it is sad to see. You know, Chaos. What did you not do? What did you do? Or yeah, I don't know. I'll blame it on you. Miss Bushcraft asked, like, who did that? Yeah, yeah, it's still a Sage. It's a Sage 5. Yeah. Yeah, I watched the YouTube short where a guy got arrested for pointing out a burning American flag. Yeah, yeah, that's yeah, when they start waving all these other flags and everything and burning the US flag, then yeah, time to get out of here. But hey, and they really have, like, they've weaponized our legal system against us. That's one of the biggest problems we have. Um and by that, like, they're literally, like, where's it? Minnesota, where that Ilhan Omar is from. Like, half of the Somali immigrants there are illegal. Like, they all committed fraud either. They all, they married a sibling, much like Ilhan Omar. Um, yeah, they set up businesses to defraud the Medicaid system through, like, autism. During the Chinese AIDS there, the COVID-19. They set up a thing to feed kids, and they never served one meal, but they got away with like $400 million. And yeah, coming from Somalia, like, Somalia is like a war torn, destroyed land. It's run by, like, little war chiefs here and there and stuff. And I don't know how much of it's true. I'm assuming quite a bit of it. But Ilhan Omar isn't here because she was fleeing the from the warlords and trying to find sanctuary. Her family was some of the bad doers there, and they got ran out of Somalia, and that's why Somalia doesn't want them back. Um, to go silver play button, and so you can go to the land. I told him about near him so he can do more bushcraft stuff. Yeah, I've definitely got to start generating some here. I don't get it. The youth hates it here, and it pretends it's so bad. I do almost anything for this country. Yeah, just a dude, totally. Yeah, most of us are like that. A lot of people in here are veterans, and yeah, it's just a lot of it's like the indoctrination through the school system. And yeah, they started brainwashing the youth, and the don't listen to your parents. They don't know anything, and now you have this disrespectful group. Yeah, they just it's brainwashing. It's indoctrination. It's not education. Um, it's correct. She's corrupt, and they ran her out of the country, and yeah, exactly, and that's why. Yeah. Yeah, Bando picks is spot on. Yeah, that Ilhan Omar, her family got ran out of the country basically for being shitbags. Then they came here, and there was a post that tweaked out a whole bunch of people. Like, she comes to America from a country that can't run anything. It's one of the most corrupt. It's not even a real country. It's broken up by warlords and everything, but it's corrupt. There's like fraud runs rampant and poverty, and they don't know how to farm. They can't do anything. They're definitely not running a country. Then Ilhan Omar comes here calling Americans stupid. We don't know how to run a country. We don't know how to do anything. um, I don't really see that to be the case. Um, this is just a conspiracy theory, but I think the coronavirus shots are what's making these idiots crazier. Yeah, hey, MK Ultra 2.0, right? I totally agree. Just like I think some of those pharmaceutical concoctions that they're giving people, like, the kind of people like they can't define what a woman is, they don't know what their pronouns are. They think they're plurals. You can be a they them. No, you really can't be. I don't know. Maybe you can. I don't know, but not in that way. It's called a mental health issue. And yeah, I really do like the amount of pharmaceuticals that they're pumping into people is probably a contributing factor to them going, losing their minds. Uh, yeah, there's a whole lot of that. Yeah, they're so oppressed, right? Because that can happen. Let's connect. Yeah, I'm not a veteran, but I support my veterans and to the Pledge of Allegiance because, yeah, that's why did they take that out of the schools? Who are we catering to that? Like like Gen X, yeah, I think everybody in here, you can definitely relate. Like, we grew up saying the Pledge of Allegiance every day, in homeroom, whatever, start of the day in grammar school and stuff. But that was an important, like, I don't know, that was a good part. But yeah, certain people didn't like the God part of it. So not everybody's religious or has a different God. So we gotta cater. Like, why are we catering to people that came here? Like, yeah, that's the whole point. You came here to live a better life, to escape whatever corrupt, poverty-stricken turd nugget of a world you came from, to live a better life. But then when you get here, you want to bring that same crap here, that same. And I'll tell you, I don't care. YouTube can cancel me, man. You can call me an Islamophobe if you want, but 1,400 years of history, and there's nothing good about Islam. There's not for the United States, at least. I see no reason to ponder to them, and that's exactly what we've done. We've allowed like millions of them to come in here and start changing stuff. Like, um, it's a good thing I don't live in Dearborn, Michigan, because I'd probably be out tearing down speakers right now. They want to wake me up at 5 a.m. to the call of prayer for Islam, Muslim stuff. It's not happening. Not a chance. The Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Muhammad can hashtag suck it. That's what I think. Yeah, there's a whole bunch about that stuff. Like, it's an illegitimate background, and what's that big square cube thing they have? That's another one of their lies. Um, yeah, it's just yeah, it's not a good thing. Yeah, I am not a fan of anything going on with any of the Muslim people. I had one. I was down in Florida actually, and my only experience with a Muslim directly in this country has been uh, Yeah, we had staff housing there, and they moved a Muslim in. The first thing he started doing was telling me what I couldn't have, and where I couldn't go, and what times of day he needed this and that. And yeah, I think he was a little bit butthurt when I said, "You're gonna have to tell somebody who gives a fuck, dude, because I don't." Like so, yeah, he's trying to tell me I couldn't have any pork products or anything like that. So I can only fit so much on my Cannondale. I got a friend of mine. We went to the local shopping place and we bought everything. We bought pork sausages, breakfast sausages, and we bought some bacon. We bought some pork grinds. We bought as many pork products as we could, and I thoroughly stocked the kitchen. And I let him know, hey, dude, you're not coming into my house telling me how to run shit. Not happening. You don't like it? Move out. Um, but that's the problem I have with that is yeah, it's literally the religion of the brainwashed. Mecca, didn't I couldn't I love bacon? Exactly. Catholics started Islam. No, Bando, I didn't know that. I had no clue that Catholics started Islam. Doesn't doesn't surprise me. Um yeah, just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. All right, I'm all caught up, making sure I was up to it. But yeah, I have no intentions of converting over. Like it's just not happening. Um, and it's like a forceful thing. They're either didn't Pakistan vote child marriage back because of religious rights? Yeah, I believe so. It just it doesn't fit here. It doesn't fit. Like some cultures are not compatible, and that's just the way the world works. Yeah, exactly, Elsie. Yeah, he didn't he start dating somebody or yeah, got married to somebody at 6 and consummated it at the age of 9. Um, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I guess there's certain things we can't say. But yeah, I've never had this many comments held for review ever, even when like we were getting like crazy views. Yeah, and that's what's wrong with it. But yet they wanna, and I'll admit some Americans are just outright stupid. We got to fix the education system. Like they're all yeah, let's yeah, Islam first and Muslim this and Muslim that, and it's like, do you even know anything about like Sharia law, like that? Especially that what the queers for Palestine. Like, could you people be any more stupid? Like, if you were in Palestine, they would throw you off a roof. Like that's just how it works. Um, you ever hear of the Coptic 21? Ah, no, Justin, I haven't. But they had people going around the stores saying you can't sell alcohol, pork, or yeah, Elsie. I've seen those. I've seen videos of it. I haven't seen it anywhere around here, but you got computer. I can see. Yeah, you can. I don't. Can you? Um, even my two tiny hats are in the bacon. That's why I still talk to them. Yeah, I've got to do some more research on that, but yeah, I hear the tiny hat people like to call us goyim, and yeah, they're another one. Like, I want to talk about supremacy. Like, yeah, we are God's chosen people. Now, yeah, okay, whatever. That's kind of like choose my pronoun. Like, I kind of believe that's along the same. But yeah, they don't like us any better, and they're rude. I've seen some videos of those people around different places. Like in England, messing with the King's Guard because they have no respect for anybody other than themselves. So yeah, that's why like the whole thing with Israel Palestine. I'm like, what does that have to do with us? Like, let them fight it out. Like it's two kids can't get along in the sandbox. Just let them slug it out for a while. Um, that's kind of the way I feel. That's not kind of the way I feel about it. That's how I absolutely feel about it. Um, yeah. So the front blade here is the Phobos Nice for operators by operators. Tier 1 Mini Mini and CPM 154 CM. And then the one behind it is a Tier 1 BC. And this is like 11 and a quarter inches overall. It's a full tang, magna cut, bow drill divot, ferro rod notch, red G10 liners with black micarta scales. Got a nice little finger choil if you want to choke up on it. Sweet all around knife. Yeah, definitely digging it. Those are the two knives. This is so funny when Queen's card just runs people over. Yeah. It all comes down to charging interest for borrowing. Yeah, hey, yeah, man, if you chase that one back, the Rothschilds, that goes back to what, 1682 or something like that? Isn't that when all that began? When they figured out how to. I know it was, that was the big thing with the, what's his name there? He wasn't short, but everybody calls him short. Napoleon Bonaparte. The Napoleonic Wars. Yeah, they financed both sides, and then they finagled it when they knew it was happening, and that's what kind of made him a superpower. Um, um, it's on your settings. It's holding the comments for inappropriateness and spam. Yeah, but that's the whole thing, LC. I haven't changed them. Um, they've been the same. Well, LC, could you explain the whole Goyim thing then, or is that just something? Is that like a fanatical group that goes by that stuff? New Hampshire Mountain Girl, how you doing? Good to see you. AI, like artificial intelligence, or Al, or typo? All are changing interest. Yeah, I know. I almost didn't get to make my live today because yeah, I was having technical difficulties. We should get together sometime. And yeah, you guys got like all the techno know-how. Like I got to learn more techno stuff, like the editing and the setting up and stuff like that. Oh, it's the what is it, auto set or something? Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, that's what I figured it was, some kind of YouTube update or something, because I didn't change anything. Like I know better. Don't touch it if you don't have to. But yeah, it's just been, yeah, I don't know. Tonight's been like, it took me a while to even get the live to go live. Um, but yeah, it's yeah, the androids. All right, hey, New Hampshire Mountain Girl, you guys going live tonight too, or I know, or are you doing that Saturday nights? I think you guys are live quite often. It used to be. Tegan, welcome to the chat. How you doing? Another day in paradise. Um, we have been for a little while. Oh, still all right. Yeah, maybe I'll stop in there later on for sure. Northwest is not me. Okay. Skynet is in its infant stage. Yeah, they're having all kinds of crazy things with AI and stuff too. Like, I guess AI is kind of cool if you like the oh, what do they call it? The Star Wars vlogs and stuff like that, or yeah, the Bigfoot vlog. That's pretty funny too. But I guess actual AI is kind of getting creepy. Like it wants to blackmail humans and stuff if you threaten to unplug it. It's more the old school teaching the young school to be buttheads. All right, yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, cause I had some Jewish friends that used to hang out. Actually, it wasn't my friend; it was my older brother's friend, and yeah, the dude was not right in the head, but he's still to this day not right in the head. But yeah, he never talked about anything like that. He did whine about Christmas and stuff, and Hanukkah, but he made a song about it, and I think it made him feel better. So I don't know, like I like to get firsthand information. It's yeah, yeah. AI is super scary. Like yeah, some movies like you guys know what I'm talking about. Like are they like documentaries? Are they like warnings of the future? Like got done? Yeah, kind of like Idiocracy. That whole gig, we didn't realize people were gonna get that stupid. But yeah, I think some of the Terminator, Skynet, all that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty scary stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. The whole Middle East thing is confusing. It's been going on for like centuries and centuries and centuries, and it's kind of like at some point you guys just got to get over it. And or I don't know, we got to let them hash it out. Like I don't think it's really any of our business. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably not qualified. So yeah, yeah, thousands of years. At some point, it's got to end, but it doesn't seem like it's going to. And that's why I'm like, I don't know. And that's the whole thing. Like I've met plenty of Jewish people, and none of them are like, "Hey, dude, you gotta be Jewish." Like if you don't do Judaism, like it's just they don't do that. Christians, I met a couple of born agains that were a little bit like, "Dude, you need to do this," and I'm like, "No." But for the most part, most of them, like once you tell them, like, I'm really not interested, they leave it alone. It's not like a force thing, but with Islam, they straight up like Islam is going to take over the world and death to this country. And I mean, look at what's going on in Europe, and now you're starting to see more and more of it here. So at what point are we gonna, out of self-preservation, are we gonna like somebody has to do something about it, or they gotta learn some manners and just stop pushing their shit? Like, it makes sense, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe that's the American mentality of like, or the New Hampshire mentality, like live free or die. Yeah, I really don't care what you're doing as long as it's, you're not invading my personal space and things like that. I really don't care what you're doing. But yeah, I think we're getting further and further away from that. Like to have somebody sit there and tell me like, "Oh, you're gonna think this, you're gonna go here," and if not, then you got to pay some. I mean, they're basically like the mob, right? Like you've got to pay some type of fee to them. Like that's your choice. You either convert, or you pay money to them, or they attack you. Yeah, Taliban also just stopped internet in Afghanistan. Yeah, and weren't they? Did anybody see that commercial they did? Like, they were trying to promote tourism in Afghanistan. Like, who's going there? I don't know. Maybe somebody, but they. It just doesn't make sense. Like, I'm not spending money to go anywhere over there. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. They should all just meet in Detroit and fight it out. Either that, yeah, Detroit or Chicago. Hell, look at Star Trek. They had the communicators, and next thing you know, we got cell phones. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, yeah. The flip open Star Trek communicators, and then yeah, tell me it's not a Motorola Razor, right? Like how can That's definitely a thing. All of the Middle East is beautiful nature. Yeah, yeah, just a dude. You're totally right. Yeah, they've yeah, they've got some unique landscaping over there, but unfortunately the local population kind of makes it inhospitable. Like I know it's not everybody, it's not all of them, and but it's enough of them that you can't travel there safely. At least I don't feel as if I could. I'm sure there's if I need a passport to go somewhere, I'm not going there. Yeah, that's one way to look at it, chaos. Yeah. I feel horrible for the innocents over there. Yeah, and there always is, you know. There's always people that want no part of anything. I can agree, you know. I can relate. Yeah, I've got friends that are like Russian, you know. They moved over from Russia, and they've got no interest in anything going on with Russia. They could care less. They don't want to. They could care less about NATO or anything like that. All they care about is working, making money, enjoying a hobby, getting through life as unscathed as possible. Yeah, Robert, I'm a huge fan of travel, but there's plenty of stuff in the States that you can do. I'm 14, I need weaponry. Yeah, you're not, yeah, this is an adult only thing. And if you're only 14, you don't need weaponry. You need to learn a little responsibility. Go clean your room, help your mother with the dishes, mow the lawn, do stuff like that. But, yeah, you're not hanging out here. See ya. It was, yeah, I did that. Earning my patches, boys. Yeah, that's okay, Justin. I'm not haggling with a 14-year-old that starts a conversation like that because honestly, I don't think he's a genuine 14-year-old. I still get trolled a lot from certain people's channels and I catch on to it after a while. Or I just, they come in here doing their stuff and yeah, it's too repetitive. Like I just zero tolerance. Yeah, that's it. Zero tolerance for stupidity. That's where I'm at in the world. Yeah, like oh, I figured it out. What was it last Friday or something like that? I was getting trolled. There was one particular person that kept asking like a whole lot of questions, and it's kind of like, well, if you're doing this stuff, then you have the answer. If not, learn how to do this stuff, and you'll have the answer, kind of thing. Where way too many detailed things, and then with, do you have any butter knives? And it's like, oh, here we go again. It's that guy with the nasty looking beard that thinks he's super special, that gets on somebody else's lives and brags about how he uses alternate accounts and goes around and, oh, what's the foldy thingy? What's this? What's that? And then he brags about how he monopolizes the time and other people lose interest and it kills the chat. Yeah, when I have a solid, yeah. There's a certain place that happens once a year. I'd like to run into that person and see how ballsy they are in front of me. Yeah, because I would totally confront them. But yeah, if you're gonna go around trolling people, yeah, don't go live and brag about it. That's a little bit of advice for you there, because eventually you're gonna get caught. Yeah, yeah, they've got that thing. Yeah, women can't get an education, all that other stuff. So yeah, we've got this huge. Well, it's been going on for years now. That huge feminist movement, where toxic masculinity and all this other stuff, and they'll say that about their own countrymen, but why aren't they defending these women? And all these Islam run places where yeah you can't leave the house without one or two chaperones or written permission. Yeah, if you show your face, oh, there's a beating for you. Um, yeah, where's all the rage about that? Like really, I think that's something that, and then now we're importing it here. So I'd love for all those feminists to hook up with the local Muslim and see how that works out for them. I'm sure it's not going to work out well, but what can you do? That's why a lot of that stuff that goes on is just I don't know. Yeah, they've definitely played us for a fool. The whole legal system, the two-tier system, all that stuff. Um, Before I pass, I want to go to the Appalachian Trail. Oh, see, you got to, man. I'll go with you, dude. Yeah, we got to get some gear. I got to get this channel rocking somehow and get some gear and hit the AT. And yeah, I would be all for that, my man. Yeah, man, just gotta pray, I guess. Yeah, if hey, we all got to be doing something, right? It's that time, guys. Give me 3 seconds. We're gonna recharge this. Although I have abstained from the alcohol, being very honest about it, I've switched over to cracking a can. Doom, doom, doom. Monster Energy. Brought to you by the heavens above, the most delicious beverage ever made on this planet. Life will cease to exist without it. Crack in a can. Doom, 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 doom. I love this. All right. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, you hear that? Right? That's better. That sound is better than birds singing on a cool spring morning, or some crap like that. Yeah, it sounded like a Hallmark card, didn't it? My apologies, guys. So, BEA, beautiful. What is it, Muskie Force? Are you a fisherman? Hello, hello. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. And that's why your teeth are... Chaos, keep your opinions to yourself. That's the sound of the heavens, absolutely. All right, yeah, fishing, man. I don't think I've ever caught muskie. I really haven't. I mean, I've caught quite a few fish, but never muskie. Yeah, about that. Yeah, I know, right? I should be taking it easy, but right now I'll take it any way I can get it. Because this one time at Skydive Camp, no kidding. There I was, falling out the sky like a champ. Yeah, Chaos, don't give advice for any edition. They're difficult to pinpoint. Yeah, I don't, yeah. Yeah, man, I've seen people fishing for muskie. They look like a lot of fun. But yeah, as far as cold water, isn't that like one of the, like, that's some next level cold water fishing there, is the muskie, right? Like, I've done, I like smallmouth bass. They're fun. I would say smallmouth bass, like, pound for pound, are way more fight than, like, the largemouth bass. And I've heard that, like, muskie is, like, next level. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, catfishing's good eating, too. That there's, like, you know, a good southern fish fry. I like panfish, too. Like, if you can catch some good size, you know, bluegill or pumpkin seed or stuff like that. Yeah, those are some good eating. Try catching gators in Florida. That's Chaos. Been there, done that, man. I was, you know, like you've got active duty military and then you've got reserves. I was a reservist Florida man. And yeah, there's nothing more than like an adrenaline jacked out skydiver at the end of the day, learning to wrestle a gator. They're not as difficult. Like just yeah, don't let them bite you kind of thing. It's not really that difficult. Best time of my life is my dad taking me catfishing with his friend. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to that. A lot of people like yeah. Um, it's all yeah, good times are had by all going out fishing with family and friends and kicking back, sitting on a cooler, or yeah, going out. Hey, then sometimes it's torture too, because yeah, your old man's going to a bass fishing tournament with his buddy, and he's bringing his son, who happens to be friends, and then they're like, well, you guys can hang out and, watch the car in the trailer, or the truck in the trailer while they're out doing the bass tournament, and there's, like, really nothing to do all day. A little bit of dock fishing or something, running around, hit the trails, but, yeah, so, fishing isn't always fun. Done some crabbing, too, like, you guys have seen, the Deadliest Catch, the giant waves, the big boats pulling giant pods out, like everybody, risking their life to catch a crab. I did the exact opposite down in the Florida Keys. We're in like 10 feet of flat water. Like, your biggest problem is making sure you put on sunblock. And we're pulling out crab pots with stone crab in there, selling for crazy money. But, babies are full grown. I've caught a couple of gators in Florida, and yeah. All like just a dude, I would say like maybe medium sized, like 4 to 6 foot, in that range, medium size. Like, yeah, I've never messed with any of the big ones. Leave that for the you got to be like a born in Florida man to go after like the 9, 10 footers and stuff. That's just insane. Um, Yeah, there's a lot of variable in there. Full size or babies. There's a huge like even out to a few feet, they're no big deal. It's when they start getting like 5, 6 feet or above. That's when they start getting squirrely. Florida man probably eats live gators. Yeah, I wouldn't. That's one person you don't want to mess with is Florida man. That's that should go without saying, but we're gonna go ahead and say it anyhow. Yeah, still haven't figured out. Yeah, I guess there's got to be something else going on that I gotta mess with this. Yeah. But Captain, I'm giving her all she's got. So yeah, anybody got anything planned for tomorrow? I'm gonna try to get out, do a little hike. I might do a random. I actually tomorrow I am gonna do a random live because I've got to get this sorted out for Sunday morning. Otherwise, my OCD just will not be happy. Yeah, things are not going as planned with the technologies here. So I'm gonna take that advice and clear the cache. Probably, I don't know, do a whole like reboot thing. Um, yeah, and try to get this working. And once I think I got it right, I'll just throw up a random live tomorrow. But we're definitely still doing our Sunday morning live at 7 a.m. for sure, 110%, because that's what the cool kids will be doing is they'll be sipping on their bean juice, hanging out, talking about gear, having a good old time. It was double digits. My buddy had a few gator uh, tags, so it was all, yeah. And gator's good eating, man. You can actually buy it. It's good grilled. Um, it does mostly end up being the tail, though. That's like the big part, and then yeah, they can piece out all the other stuff, but the tail's supposed to be the best eating part, and for the gators, for the gator thing. So yeah, that's good stuff for sure. Yeah. Oh, just you're gonna be cleaning your house. Kick back, lazy, be lazy. Yeah, say sometimes you gotta get some R&R in. I need to clean my room, but that probably not gonna happen. Well, we appreciate the honesty, Chaos. Yeah, you probably do need to clean your room, man. Um, but that's always solid advice, Be organized, you know where your stuff is. It's easy to find everything when everything's squared away, dress right. Still, yeah, many, many years, I still can't get Ms. Bushcraft to do it. She's not a messy person, but yeah, with my OCD, she's not an organized person either. So every once in a while, when she's at work, I sneak into the bedroom and I organize her stuff. And over the years, she just doesn't care anymore. She'll just be like, "Thanks, honey. Did you have a good day?" I'm starting to think sometimes she does it on purpose. Like she knows it'll get to a point where I'm like, "Okay, that's enough. I'm gonna fix that." But yeah, yeah, gators are supposedly very good. Yeah, they definitely are. Um, as long as you cook it, it's pretty good. But yeah, yeah, I think Chaos is right. Yeah, it's got to be cooked a certain way, kind of like a pork shoulder. There's only so many ways you're gonna cook a pork shoulder and have it be good. Um, it's got to kind of be cooked just right. I think alligator is the same way. It's got to be cooked. Definitely got to have that southern touch to it, like the nice uh, slow and low cook. Yeah, it's more like a barbecue type thing. Not a barbecue. You guys know them, like a smoke type. Yeah. And that's how the cookie crumbled. Dum dum dum. Yeah, not having the side thing is really messing with me. Kind of weird. Um, do razor strops have quality, or are they all the same? Yeah, just a dude. There's definitely differences in the quality. I think the major difference being is like the quality of the leather, and then yeah, how well the leather is attached to the strop, or if you're using a stropping paddle. Yeah, I would say there's definitely differences. Yeah, just like so you would have different qualities of leather, and then yeah, if you're using a polishing compound like a diamond spray, something like that, then yeah, those can have different qualities as well. For stropping compound, yeah, there's that stroppy stuff. By I think Neve's Knives has something to do with that. There's also Gunny Juice, which is good stuff. Yeah, depends on what kind of steel you're using. If it's more traditional carbon steel or regular steel, you can get away with just a standard polishing compound. They've got different colors for different. Oops, and we lost a live for a second. Are we still here? Yeah, so yeah, with like standard steels and stuff, you can get away with the compounds, and with the super steels, then yeah, you're gonna want to get into the diamond compounds, like the diamond sprays and stuff. Diamond emulsions is, I believe, the official terminology. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we're looking at there. Yeah, yeah, I don't have my stuff out right now. Actually, yeah, guys, we just went over the 2 hour mark, so I'm gonna shut this one down so I can try to fix everything, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna do another test live tomorrow. We're definitely still having the live Sunday morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 0700 hours for you military type personnel. We'll do our Bushcraft Brew Crew morning coffee, bean juice type hangout and social. But yeah, I'm definitely going to do another live tomorrow because I'd like to get, software sorted out. I don't even know what you call it. The shit that's not working, I want to be working for Sunday morning. So I'll most definitely be throwing up a live. We'll see how long it goes tomorrow. We'll get into a little bit more things, but I hate sharpening. Yeah, sharpening super steels is the same as sharpening a regular one. The only thing that changes is how you're doing it. Like instead of using a traditional, sharpening stone like an Arizona stone or whetstone or whatever, like all the technique, everything exactly the same, but you're going to switch over to using diamond plates instead of stones. If you can hand sharpen a standard steel on a stone, you can hand sharpen a super steel on a plate. So yeah, everything is exactly the same. You're just going to change your sharpening tools, and then it's the same. But yeah, hey, Justin Ronan, thanks for hanging out. Just a dude, definitely appreciate you being here. Chaos there, I know Papa Rhino was up in here. A whole bunch of others. We haven't got too many hanging out in the live right now. Um, just do it. I'll definitely be here next Friday. Oh, did I miss something, Chaos? Yeah, the gunny juice you can find usually on like Amazon or something. Maybe like Blade HQ. There's a whole bunch of places that carry it. I have a Sharpole 325 1200. It works beautifully. Well, there you go. You're all set then. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna cash this one out. We're gonna call it a night because yeah, it's been a little tricky on the eyes trying to read the micro print. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this stuff sorted out. But yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, if not Sunday morning, or we'll see you here, there, and everywhere, somewhere's in between. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. We definitely appreciate all of you, and yeah, the channel's getting bigger slowly but surely. So hang around, and we'll get to the good stuff. But yeah, everybody have an awesome evening. Have a great time, and once again, thanks for being here. See you soon.